Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Is Bob and Brad live on a beautiful Tuesday morning in Minnesota. 67 degrees. The sun is out. It's nice and cool, and the humidity is perfect to go out and exercise. There are thousands of people out there exercising. They had to stop at every stoplight to let the runners through. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it is a beautiful day here. So today's topic is 20 most popular leg strengthening exercises at home. Well, in our opinion, of course, but they are good exercises. We'll go through them. We'll answer questions as we can. Whoa, well, I got to take a break now. Mike, you got something to say? Are you tuned in?
We're live on TikTok too.
Oh, hi, TikTokers. Oh, thank you, Danny. There is no live stream next week, Tuesday, September the 4th. I'm going on vacation. I guess Mike is too. And so that's the way the ball bounces.
I'm on a staycation.
Well, we do have what? We're going to have something in place of it, right?
Yeah, we're still going to have a video coming out. We just won't be live. But we'll be back 2 weeks from today.
Right. And the topic of that, should we mention or hold it under our belts for a little bit?
20 ways to increase leg circulation and decrease swelling. So more about edema and stuff like that.
Yeah, things in the legs. And that's been typically a very popular topic on our channel for the last couple of years, actually. So we wanted to address it live.
You look pretty good in a wig on there.
So well, yeah. Well, that's what I wear at home.
Out.
Yeah, I've been considering it. Anyways, anything new with you, Mike? Huh? Took yesterday off. What'd you do? You don't have to tell us.
I was at the Great Minnesota Get Together on Sunday.
Oh, really?
The State Fair, it's also known as.
Oh, the State Fair. Yeah, Minnesota is known for a wonderful state fair.
Fun fact, they try to say that the Texas State Fair is bigger because they have more people coming, but it also runs like 24 days. And Minnesota's only runs about 12, and it almost has a similar population coming. So I think we're bigger.
There you go. Of course, it doesn't compare to Wisconsin State Fair, as we all know.
They even have one? I thought they all took on the Minnesotas.
Well, you got to go to Milwaukee.
Someone wants to know where you're going on vacation, but I'll leave that up to you.
Well, actually, we're going out of the nation, not too far, just north to our friendly neighbors north of us. So that'll be nice. Get on with it.
Well, we got 2 minutes. We can't. We got to wait for the countdown. We're letting people join in.
Well, where are these people from? We've got
got El Paso, Texas.
Arizona checking in. Thank you, Bets.
California. Thailand. Mike Tech from Thailand.
My daughter and her husband are going to go visit Thailand this year, so they'll maybe say hi. Just say hi to them if you see them. Patrick, we don't know where Patrick is from.
Did you say your daughter and her husband, or your husband and her daughter? I haven't heard that wrong. I'm not listening.
Well, you're real. I think I know what I said. Philip from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, from somewhere in California. I couldn't read that. Yvonne from Alabama. I had a great aunt Yvonne.
Dallas in Florida on TikTok. All right.
Oh, yeah, we are also giving something away to the top commenter. We are not asking just to spam the comments. We mean legitimate, good questions. And please stay on topic. Brad and I don't even know what the heck we're giving away. Chelsea's in charge of that. So
it is free. Yes, it's a giveaway.
Yeah, it's free.
Okay, so we are going to cover leg strengthening exercises, body weight using bands and dumbbells, all at home. They'll be good for any age. We can modify them for people who are more advanced, beginners, and or seniors will all be addressed. So
we have BJ from Florida. We have Mary from Rhody. Is that Rhode Island? Rhody? Oh. Pam's from Delaware.
Ellen from California. That's a big state. I wonder where she's from. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is a big state.
Steve from Kansas. I have been to Kansas on my way to out west somewhere.
Susan says
Colorado, I believe.
Patty's from Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Don't do the S.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, we're
5.
back. We're here. We're
Oh.
letting more people join in on the live from Facebook and YouTube, and hello TikTok as well. So we're going to let some people come in case they're joining late so they don't miss stuff. Otherwise, we have to repeat ourselves a bunch. But if you are watching this live and you want to rewatch something, you can rewind it while watching. And it'll also stay on Facebook for 30 days and YouTube indefinitely, so you can rewatch it as many times as you want. Hi, kids. She called me a kid. I'll take that.
Well, that's a compliment in my case, anyways. Yeah, I'm just doing a little warm up here with my legs because we do need to. It's nice to get a little warm up before you exercise. Not always necessary if you're starting out slow. But anyways, that's the way that goes. What else do we?
I'm just swinging my legs. This is my warm up.
Well, he's 35. He can get away with that.
I'm older than 35, but I just like to keep people guessing.
Right. The hip thing I'm doing right here, if you go up on a stool or on a step, works really well, I think. But this really makes my hips feel good in the morning. This is called noodling. When you go back and forth like this.
I don't like to eat noodles in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm an eggs and bacon guy.
See what I have to put up with?
Someone loves your socks. He talks about them a lot. So he's very happy you mentioned that.
Yeah, I got them on backwards. This one's the left. I've got it on the right, but they're marked. I really didn't know there were socks that were right and left designated.
Sometimes compression socks have to be, but I don't think normally, no.
Yeah. So we're going to start with some sit to stand or form of squats. So that's going to work the quads, the hamstrings, and the hips, the glutes. So it's a good overall exercise. And actually, I've been to a number of continuing ed courses where they say squat, sit to stand exercises are one of the best exercises you can do for your balance, regardless of your age. So, but particularly in the senior crowd.
Someone wants to know if your socks are cotton or wool.
I don't know. They're felt. See?
Oh, wow.
Remember that joke?
No, but I just heard it now for the first time, but you enjoyed it.
All right.
I think we could just start going.
Ready?
We don't have
Here we go.
Oh my God. Ow. Everyone saw that.
I wanted to start with a bang today. You're killing me.
I need to talk to HR.
HR. Who's HR?
I don't know.
All right. Let's get going here. People are getting disgusted with our humor. All right.
At least yours.
So, sit to stand. Should we start with that?
Yeah. So we're going to start with the basic one. It can be a box squat. It can be a sit to stand. It can be squats depending upon your skill level. But basically grab a surface to sit on and we're going to do some squats. Now with these, it is important that the height is going to make a big difference. If you are newer to working out or maybe older and don't feel comfortable sitting real low, a higher surface will make it a lot less challenging and you can feel confident without falling over. So what we could do is just start with some squats, sit to stands. So Brad, just show me how to do it.
So if you're beginning or a senior or not real strong at this, and you can go to the edge of the chair, a firm chair with armrest, cross your arms, and if you can stand up like this just to test, that's really good. If you're having difficulty with that, push off with your arms, try and do as much as you can with your legs. And if you want, you can put a small pillow, or like a 1 or 2 inch cushion in the chair. You'll be amazed how much 1 inch
extra big cushion there
makes a difference on how you can get up easier. And then after you do 10 of them, that's the thing I wanted to mention. The goal for most of these exercises for repetitions is 10, but you can go vary it, above or down. If you want more endurance, go up 15 to 20. If you're just working your basic strength, probably 10 is a great place to start. And when you get to 10, if you can do 10 like this, it might take a week or two to get through this. Take that out, and it's going to be another, whoa, yeah, that is a little harder. So again, use your arms, 2 or 1 as needed. There we go. Anything else did I miss?
The reason the chair is good is because most people, if they're not comfortable squatting or don't know how to do it, they often tend to go like this, and then their heels come up, and then they do this really awkward swaying motion. So most of the time, if you just say sit in a chair, they know what they're doing. They have the mechanics down, so they're good to do it that way. If you don't want to rest when you're sitting, just touch and then come back up. Obviously, I'm very high right now. I'm not in a chair, but just touch the surface and come back up. Don't actually sit down and rest. It's going to keep your legs engaged and firing. Again, try to keep your legs hip width apart. You can point your toes out if you need to, and just take it easy. Do some squats that way.
Very good. I really agree with what Mike said. If you have a chair behind you and you're feeling pretty good, the next step is just see if you can touch it and then come up. That forces you to do it slow with good control, works your balance and strength. It's a win-win situation. And if your toes do point out, don't worry about that. That's can be normal. For me, that's my normal That's my normal posture, and I'm not going to change it to this just because that's the way anatomically some people think it should be. So feel comfortable with how you stand.
I'm going to the next exercise, but I was making sure TikTok would see.
Oh, yes.
So the next one is wall sits. So you go up to a wall, make sure your buttock and your upper back and even your head are touching the wall. And then you're just going to slide down as far as you comfortably can. Some people might be partial. They're stuck right here. Others will feel more comfortable way down. And then you're just going to sit and hold it for time. You can hold this for 10 seconds. You can go 30 seconds. If you're chaotic, you can do a minute. You can even go lower if you feel comfortable, but make sure you are safe and can slide back up. Normally with these, easier is going to be putting your hands on your knees like this. It's going to take some support off of your legs. It's going to be a lot harder to keep your hands out or behind you like this because then your legs are taking all the force. And you just hold it, make sure you're breathing, and you can do 10 seconds hold for 10 reps. I like to normally do these for 30 seconds to a minute, a couple different times. If you're going to do these to try to build up some leg endurance and strength, but it's just a nice isometric hold.
Yep, it is a nice exercise. If you do it against something smooth, like a smooth varnished door, so your back slides, or I like doing it with a ball. It's a little more advanced.
Yeah, you can use a little ball. You can use a big yoga ball. If you have a big yoga ball too, that's fine.
Yep.
But the ball will help you glide a little bit easier up and down the wall. If you're struggling to slide or you got, what do you call stucco walls or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, you can wreck them. You can wreck them with the ball. It feels good on your back. At least my back, it does. You want to demonstrate one more time? Karen mentioned a really good point. If you want to make it more advanced, arms straight out. And you can do this with your sit to stands off a chair as well. And if you go straight over your head, I even think it makes it a little bit harder.
Even more shoulder mobility.
Yeah.
Whee!
Whoa. Now, Mike,
you don't have to go this low.
I'm
leaning way back.
That's a very deep squat. Make sure you do these with shoes on so that your feet do not slip out from under you.
Again, shoulder width apart. Don't have them too close, and just make sure your knees aren't caving in at all if you're that type of person.
There you go. Very good. So these two I think are some of the best basic exercises that will strengthen from the hips down functionally. It's going to help you negotiate up and down steps if you're hiking up and down hills and your balance, as I mentioned. For seniors, a lot of falls occur when people are getting up out of a chair. They lose their balance, maybe side stumbles. So also that's why it's very critical.
Okay.
Number 3.
Our third exercise is going to be step ups. So you're going to need a step. You can do them on real stairs. I'm just kind of getting here so it's a little bit easier to see. So if you're on normal steps, hold on to the railings for support. You're going to put one foot on the step, and then you're actually just going to step up. And you leave that same foot up there and come back down. Try to control it. You can use both railings if you need to, but go slow, easy, and controlled. The leg on the step is going to be doing all the work. Don't push real hard unless you are too weak. You can certainly use your other leg to help push, but the idea is to build strength with the one leg. After you do about 10 repetitions on one leg, switch and do it on the other side. To make it more challenging, just try to go down much slower. This is hard if you try to go down nice and slow. So do that. Obviously, the height of your step is going to make it more or less challenging. So keep that in mind. A normal step is usually about 6 inches typically, aren't they?
7.
7.
7, I believe, is a standard.
What steps do you have?
They do vary. Well, I believe those are 7.
Same concept over here. Just hold on to the railings and just try to control it. Up and down, go real slow. These are exhausting at any age because if you're younger like me, just grab some dumbbells, hold on, and you're super tired. Are you looking through the questions?
Yeah, I want to answer this question by, I hope I get toward Gene, I believe. Had leg problem with the left leg, a fracture, and multiple problems. But I'm really concerned about this one, that you need to get information from your orthopedic surgeon or the doctor if you have any precautions, because there's a problem there. And if your bone density is low or something of that nature, you don't want to be too aggressive. So later on, we're going to show the bridging exercise with the loop around the knees.
Yeah.
So I don't remember which number it is, but it's later on, and that would be an excellent one. Very conservative. I think you would have no problem with that, and it's very good strengthening for the glutes, quads, and the abductors, which is very comprehensive.
Susan said, what do you think about knees over the feet? Danger or great stretch? Actually, just depends on you personally. If it hurts, don't go as far over your toes. If it feels good and fine, you can. It's actually good to strengthen it through a full range of motion. We've interviewed Ben Patrick, who's literally known as knees over toes guy, and he promotes this, and he had a bunch of knee surgeries. He was younger, and now he's like my age, and he could dunk a basketball, and I can't, and I'm very sad. Maybe I should work on more knees over toes. Anyway, it's safe, but you have to progress it correctly, so you don't just go to full depth squats or full like knee over toe like this. Like, I can do it, but I've been doing his stuff for a long time. This does not bother my knees at all. But he's had a 70-year-old mom start holding on the railings and just literally starting with this, like just going what's comfortable. So again, you have to work through the progression slowly, go higher up with support, drop the support down, go to the floor eventually, and then you can work on doing knees over toes. So just, you can do it, just take your time.
Oh, Sidra, how many exercises are there? Well, we've got 20
There's 20 of them,
Yeah.
and we're only through 3 of them, and a bunch of them have variations.
Should we get to the Bulgarian squat?
The Bulgarian split squat.
Split squat.
So I think we should just show a stationary lunge first, because some people are going to struggle with the split squat.
Yeah, the split squat, especially the Bulgarian, is more advanced.
So a split squat is also a form of a lunge, but your rear foot is elevated on something like this. So we'll just start with the normal lunge. Most people know what a lunge is. If you are really new to this and can't go down far, just do a partial range of motion. Try to keep your trunk nice and upright. Don't lean forward or shift like that. Once you feel stable and comfortable, you can try going to a full range of motion. This may take some people months. This may be something you can do on day 1, but go nice, slow, and controlled. Use support if needed. You don't have to. Then make sure you do 10 reps on each leg. I like to do these, but I'll do 3 sets. Personally, when I do these 3 sets of 10, you can modify them and do in different ways. If you want to do a walking lunge, you certainly can. We're going to show some variations later with some weights on lunges, so I'll kind of save that for then. But a Bulgarian split squat, also known as a rear foot elevated squat, is your back foot just elevates on something. The higher it is, the harder and more stretch you're going to feel. So start with something lower. Again, hold on to support if needed, and just lunge down like that. You can keep your toes either way, depending upon what's comfortable for you. But this is a Bulgarian split squat. Again, the higher it is, the more stretch you're going to feel on your back leg here. Oftentimes when you do this, you'll kind of hinge. I personally do backwards a little bit with this, but you want to make sure you feel comfortable and safe before progressing to that.
Oh.
You want to start talking? I'm running out of breath.
Wow, these are aggressive. I do want to mention I started doing these last year, and because I was doing regular ones, then I started doing the Bulgarian one. I always use a stick or a wall, something to hold on to. If my left leg is out, maybe, I don't know if you talked about this, I will hold on to something on my right side. It makes it much more easier to balance, and down we go. And then I did start doing it without the stick. And boy, does that make it challenging. This really puts a lot of balance into it, which is good. If you're ready for it, it's good for you. But if you're wobbling all over, we don't want to fall. Do not push yourself hard on that. So what I do, you can do this holding on, then hold on with fingers. If that feels with just 2 fingers feels good, then maybe you can go without and just hold the stick up so that if you need it, it's there. So do not progress to that unless you are truly feel confident with it.
You can do them with weight, but obviously you have to master body weight first.
Yeah.
And then at home, I have a thing you can buy. It's a little stand and it has kind of a roller on it. So it's much more comfortable to have a padded roller on my shins versus my foot on a chair when I do them. Obviously, that costs money, but I find those pretty handy when I do mine personally. So
Should we go to the next one?
yeah, the bridge
The bridge.
to across the river.
Not the bridge in your mouth, but the bridge exercise. There we go. Glute bridge. So this is one that I had mentioned to that the person asking about had a femur fracture. I think this is a real safe one to start with. It's great for the glutes. Go ahead, Mike.
So it works your buttock, it works your core, it works your low back. Most people know what a bridge is. We're going to show a version of this later. People call hip thrust with actual resistance that a lot of young people do at the gym now. But you're going to lay down on a firm surface. A bed might be too squishy, but if you can't get on the floor, you can certainly try it on the bed. Feet are going to be flat down, and then you're going to support with your hands. If you're real new, squeeze your butt cheeks together first, engage your tummy muscles, and then you're going to lift up. Hold for about 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to go back down. You can do this 10 times and just making sure you're squeezing everything before you go up, getting a nice contraction, getting that isometric hold. It's going to make your muscles work a lot harder than just doing this up in the air and all willy-nilly. So take your time with it, hold it, make sure that you have an isometric engagement with all these muscles, and then go back down. You can make it harder by hands going on your chest, hands going up in the air. If you get better at it yet and you find this way too easy, you can just put one leg out and do the exact same thing. We're going to show some variations later of using weight or a band with this as well. But again, just do 10 repetitions. You can do it 2 to 3 times.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll wait for that. Like a small loop band like this will show how you can use this incorporated with this to help it out.
We're just going to go through our body weight first. Then we'll do all band stuff. Then we'll do all dumbbell stuff. So we got a progression here. Brad, what do you think about ankle weights for seniors? Asking for mom.
Ankle weights for seniors, I think, can be good. I usually don't use them, but there are situations where it can be helpful. What do you think?
It depends on the exercise. I wouldn't have her walk around with them if that's what you're asking.
Right. Sometimes ankle weights for walking or running, I'm not a big promoter of that if you're young and healthy and you have specific high level goals, but ankle weights, I think some of these other body weight things we're going to demonstrate are probably more effective than using with an ankle weight, but it's definitely not a hard no. So there's options for that.
I'm just gonna steal the mouse for a second, Danny.
There was, I don't see it now, but there was someone was asking about, she has spondy, so I'm assuming spondylolisthesis, which I have, and stenosis, spinal stenosis. What can you do with both of those? You probably will not tolerate a lot of extension backwards, long-term standing, or anything that makes your back arch backwards. So listen to your body. Do any of these exercises, but if your back bothers you, listen to that. And typically sitting will make it feel better going forward if you have typical symptoms of those two diagnoses. Mary. Yeah, Mary. I'm sorry, Mary. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, we did have one other question I just wanted to look at quick.
Okay.
So Tina said, while being rehabbed for an injured ACL, MCL therapy got too aggressive. Jen Day and psoas was dinged. I don't know, Jen Day. Trying to heal for months because exercise for healing and strengthening the psoas. If your psoas isn't, is it just weak or is it tight? There's a big difference. If it's weak, you can do just a straight leg raise, which is a pretty simple exercise, especially if it was too aggressive early on, to strengthen it, or hip kicks as well. But a straight leg raise is pretty basic. You just get your quads firing, get your stomach firing, and then you lift up and then you go down. It's going to work your hip flexors a lot. Your hip flexors, your psoas is a marcher. It flexes your hip up like this. So to keep it strong, you can kind of do this. Otherwise, you can do some three-way hip kicks, which we're going to show in a video a little bit later on with the band. And it's Bob's actually in that video clip. So we will get to that later. But yeah, if your hip flexors are weak, that's a simple way to start strengthening them.
Yep. Yep. Should we go on to the next exercise? I know we've got a lot of really good questions coming in. We will not get to all of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's get to the next exercise.
Sure. What are we talking about? I can't remember where we were.
Calf raises.
Oh, the old calf raise. That's right. I'll demonstrate. So calf raise, the muscles here. We're talking about going up on your toes like this. Look at you got those socks are still on with my shoes. There we go. And simply 10 of those is a good way to go. If that's getting too easy, you can go to 1 foot. I would have something to hold on to for balance for sure. Good piece of furniture, cupboard, stick. There we go. And this really works balance. You can see I'm struggling quite a bit more. If you want to work full range of motion, which stretches your calves, I do like this option. Go to a set of steps. We happen to have some right here. Anyways, let's put that there. With shoes on. And if it's carpeted steps, they won't work so well. So something that has a grip here works really well with your shoes on. Hang on to both rails or one if that's all there is, and drop down. You'll get a little stretch. Right now I feel both calves stretching, and I'm going to raise myself up. This way you get strengthening throughout the full range of motion. If you are a person that likes to go out and hike, go for a walk up and down hills, this is a really good thing to do so you maintain strength and range of motion in the ankles. Good for balance, the whole works. And you can go to 1 foot as well. That definitely is more aggressive. You really got to be careful that you don't slip off like that because you don't want to hurt yourself. So again, be cautious with these. 10 is good repetition to go to. Start out on the floor, and if you want and you feel like you're able to do these safely, go ahead and do that. That's a nice exercise for that part of your leg. All right, so what are you doing, Mike?
Oh, these are TikTok. Let's see what
checking
the
our
heck you were
TikTok
doing.
group.
They don't have that name.
Yeah.
Quite.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. What number are we on now? Oh, yes. The sideline legless.
I should mention you. Did you do single leg over there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
was running secondary iPad camera. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm alert today.
So we're gonna work on strengthening the hip abductors, the lateral hip muscles. A lot of people don't strengthen these because oftentimes we just walk forward and we sit, and we don't walk sideways very much unless you play sports and run around sideways. So what you can do is lay on your side. You want to make sure you're in a nice straight line. Bottom leg can be bent, and then you're going to keep your legs straight, and then you're just going to kick up towards the ceiling. You can kick higher if you rotate out, but this is not what we're trying to work on. We're trying to work on your hip abductors. They go straight out to the side. So just lay on your side like this, do 10 to 15 reps. With this one, you can put a loop band around your knees. You can do a cuff weight on your ankle like someone asked earlier. It'll make it more challenging. Do 10 to 15 repetitions. Do it 2 to 3 times a day. Once you do one side, boy, you can really see my tan line there. Anyway.
Well, Mike, you got to get out and, get.
I don't wear that short of shorts.
Get to the beach a little bit.
I don't go to nude beaches, Brad. Anyway, same thing on the other leg, and we're going to kick up. Do 10 to 15 repetitions. Go nice, slow, and controlled. If people are weak, they start doing this, and it's not really doing anything. So take your time with these. Another way to do it is to work your hip rotators more, is actually bend both knees and then rotate your legs away and then back in. This looks like those old 80s videos with, I don't know any of those women. Do you know what their names were?
I think Jane Fonda or someone like that, yeah.
Who was the guy that
Jane Fonda,
did it with
she was
the
in that
afro? I
movie.
can't think of his name. Remember the guy with the fro?
No,
Gene Simmons? No.
Is
it Gene Simmons?
I didn't watch TV back then,
Yeah.
I don't watch
Gene
it
Simmons
now.
is also the guy from Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, let's get on with
the
show.
clamshells. This is the clamshells. Again,
Here.
if this is too easy,
Put that on there.
he's making fun of me. You can take a loop band. You can use a little one.
Richard Simmons.
Gene Simmons was the guy from Kiss, right? Yeah, Richard Simmons. Yeah, and
He's still alive, I think.
And then you can pull out against the band. Mr. Motivator. I don't know. Yeah, it is Richard Simmons. Okay, thank you. I remember him. He was very energetic. Maybe we should get some spandex like him. More people might watch. Anyway, so that's the clamshell.
Did you tell him to do both sides?
Yeah, I did switch over. It's like when you're talking, I don't listen either. I know. It's like we're a couple or something. Anyway, so just keep rotating.
Don't go there.
Make sure you do both sides like that. And yeah, there we go. Next is a side lunge. Okay. So these are called a couple different things. This is a little harder, I'm not going to lie.
I thought we were doing the Cossack.
Yeah, cross-hack squat.
Yeah, can you pronounce that properly? I've
Cossack. Cossack.
Yeah, I think
Cossack.
there's going to be a lot of people my age that are not going to be familiar with that. So I actually had to look it up because I never do
just
this
call it
one.
a lateral lunge.
I think it's a really good one for hip leg strengthening and hip mobility.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah. So this one.
Oh, you go
Yeah, good.
sideways, and then you go out like this. I don't have the best mobility. You can see I start to lean over a little bit as I get down more, or my heel pops up.
Why do you got your hands like this? Looks like
I'm holding a weight.
Well,
You don't
it's
have
like
to
you're
hold it.
praying or something.
I'm praying.
What
Just
you mean? You mean like one of those kettlebell things?
kettlebell.
Oh.
Yes. You can certainly use support if you want. You can put a chair in front of you. You can just kind of stay in this position too and just shift laterally if you want. If you don't want to keep picking up your leg, if you're really new to this. But people mess with it. They go like this. Some people rotate their other foot out and then they get real down into it. But it's kind of a interesting exercise.
Yeah, if you want to look hip, you do it. You know, when you're my age,
real
I could
cool.
do the Cossacks. It's like Kelly Cossack and Savalas or whatever it was.
I think it's Cossack.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it is nice. It really gets the adductor stretches, which I do neglect a lot, and I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, this works your adductors quite a bit, stretching them and strengthening them. So
if you got one on here and a hand back here, it really helps the stability. So I would recommend that for beginners. Do not go too deep because you might not be able to get back up. My knee is being stressed right now, so I'm not going to go so deep because my knee says, ouch, it hurts. I'm going to listen to it.
If that's too challenging for your adductors, you could just do the clamshell in reverse. And you squeeze the ball together and hold it for 15, 30 seconds. Do that a couple times. The harder you squeeze, the more you're going to work them. That's an option. Obviously, if you go to a gym, they have an adductor machine, but that's a little different than that. But next we got...
Oh, someone's asking about the jumpy. In other words, the small trampoline. We have one here. We should do a video on that someday. I think it's a great exercise, great for osteoporosis, good for low impact exercise.
It can be a balance thing.
Yeah, make sure you have something to hold on to it. And you have to be safe with it because you can injure yourself if you're not at the safe level to use it. So we're not going to get into it too much, but yeah, they can be a really good benefit.
The next one was just a partial squat, which we kind of went over in depth with the sit-to-stand. So I don't really know if we have to hit that. Just a squat. Squats.
Yeah, I was wondering why I put that on there. If there's a particular something I wanted to really emphasize.
We are going to show some goblet squats later with the weight, so we'll just get to it then.
Yeah.
But let's get to the heel.
Well, wait. There's more, Mike. I remember now. Let me. Can you give me the ball? Partial squats are when your knees are painful. This has to do with Ben Patrick. Ow, my knees don't go past the toes without pain. Don't go. This is a good time to use the ball with something here because it reduces the friction and you can have really good control. I'm going to use one on each side. You probably don't have one of these, but use a stick or a piece of furniture over here and really work those knees so you're working your knees pain-free range. This is very common with physical therapists. They always say, do it in a pain-free range, you know, Mr. George or Mr. Go to it. You know what I'm talking about. And then do 10 of them. It may feel like you're not even doing a good exercise because it's not burning the muscles yet, but that's okay. Motion is lotion. Things will work out with time. Do that in a pain-free range. Next thing you know, in a few weeks, oh, I'm going down to here. I couldn't even do that the first day. So that's what I was going for, Mike. Oh, he's over there at the TikTok stand.
I'm just making sure they can see you.
So yeah, these nice balls are really helpful for a lot of different exercises and balance, etc.
Our next one is marching. Punch me with that. Anyway,
this is just another stretch you can do with Oh, the stick or the
Uh,
booyah stick.
There is a name for that, but I can't think of what it is. Anyway, the next one we're going to do is a march to begin with. So this is going to work your hip flexors. Just stand in place, hold on to something for support if you need it, and you're going to lift up, hold for a few seconds, and then go back down. If this becomes easy, you can try adding a little momentum by doing a calf raise on the standing leg here. So now I'm getting a calf raise on this leg while lifting my hip up like this. Makes it a little more challenging. And then make sure to do it on the other side as well. So you can do 10 repetitions. If you're going to do the calf raise style, I would stick with one leg at a time. If you're just marching, you can hold one leg, 5 seconds, stop, switch, do the other leg. Brad has come back with a big old yoga ball.
Well, yeah, there's been a couple comments about using the large ball versus the little red one, and absolutely I prefer using this. I have one of these in my basement that I use on a regular basis, but a lot of people don't like them because they get in the way. You put them down and invariably they roll away from you where you don't want them to go, so they are a little bit cumbersome, but yeah, this is actually very nice. Feels better on the back, gives you more support. It's a wonderful thing. There's a lot of exercises you can do with the ball. As a matter of fact, I've made a number of exercises with just the ball on that YouTube channel. What is that? Bob and Brad. Yeah, look that up. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. Good for core strengthening that supports your back, especially if you have spondy or stenosis, which I found it really helpful. I'm getting tired. I can't talk anymore.
Caesar says he's 50, going to try to break a 3-hour marathon. Well, holy cow.
Excellent call.
I can't run that fast. I did a 3:38 once, but that was it. Anyway, I was looking for some strengthening exercises for runners, specifically glutes.
I've got one I like.
I was going to say focus on single leg exercises, lunges, the Bulgarian split squats we did earlier. Double leg stuff is fine, but single leg, when you're running, you're always single leg. You're always bounding forward. You're not stationary. So just focus on that, because oftentimes you have one leg that's weaker than the other. So whatever you do, just do single leg. It doesn't really matter. A fun one to do is like if you're balanced enough. Well, you're a runner. I'm assuming you're fairly balanced.
Yes.
You can just do a single leg squat, but do it to a chair unless you have really good motion. So slowly go down and then come back up. If you're looking for like a body weight one, you can certainly do walking lunges at the gym. There's so many variations. The cross hack squat one we did is a good option as well.
Yeah, well, good luck with getting that marathon time. I think I only ran one in my life. I was like 4 hours and 5 minutes, but I know I could break 4 hours if I did it again. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate that kind of effort. Let's go on. We got one more exercise. Then we're going to go into using bands at home, which that's all I use. I have a wall full of bands.
I already showed that one. What exercise are you showing?
Just relax.
Oh, he's getting excited.
It's this one. It is similar, but we were doing single leg.
I already did that when you were paying attention.
Did you do this one with a march?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I told you.
Well, I'm doing it. Just watch me. I have a different way of doing it.
Yeah, he's showing it with the chair.
I do a little bit of a oop in there. It's kind of fun with music going. So, well, anyways, it is a nice exercise for balance. What was I doing?
You were getting that yoga ball.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to go through a couple comments before we switch. So if you lay flat on the floor, pulling both legs together, what does that work? Thank you. Pull up both legs together. Okay, I don't know if you're talking about just a double knee to chest stretch, if you're meaning this, or if you just mean you're doing a core exercise like this. This is going to work your hip flexors and your abdominal muscles. Just make sure your back stays flat and you don't overarch. But this is a core strengthening exercise. This is just stretching your buttock.
Mike, could you do that straight leg raiser again? I just want to mention, like, that hurts my back when I do that. But if I do this with my hands and go right under my sacrum, yeah, right in there, for some reason that helps support my back. Back feels better. And if it still bothers your back, just do one leg at a time with the opposite leg flexed. Yeah, like that. That really takes the stress off the back. All right.
Yeah, it works a lot of hip flexor, abdominals, low back, buttock a little bit, but that's what you're working. Can you address breathing while working
We
out?
did that, yes, last year. And Mike and I have a little bit different, and not everyone kind of breathes a little differently, but yeah. In your nose, out the mouth is very common. People support that, the whole thing. And when you're, say, if I'm doing a squat, I'm breathing in when I go down. And when the force or the we're really putting on the,
Concentric.
yeah, the concentric.
When you're pushing up, you exhale.
Why? What happened to me?
I don't know.
I lost my train of thought. There we go. Breathe out while you're pushing. And it's kind of like,
A lot of it
having a
depends.
baby. Push out. Breathe.
Yes, we know all about that.
I
Anyway,
digress. Sorry about that. It's a family show.
a lot of
course.
times, whatever muscle group you're working, the harder portion of it is usually when you exhale, which
Exhale.
is different for everything because push-ups is when you push out.
Yep.
Pull-ups or pull-downs are when you pull in like this. Like,
Mhm.
so it kind of depends on the exercise, but just make
Well,
sure you
we can demonstrate it in some exercises coming up. I do want to mention, I was thinking about this after last week, and one thing I do is when I'm driving down the road, listening to nothing, and I'll think, how is my breathing? And I'll realize I'm breathing really shallow. And so I'll get my posture better. I'll breathe in while I'm just sitting there driving. Get those lungs full and exhale. And that's something every day you should spend a little time thinking about, because all of a sudden this whole shallow breathing becomes such a part of your life that you forget to think about your breathing. So you need to get that as a natural rhythm of your body.
Mondo says, I'm using leg press. I notice that my leg pain goes away. It's better than stretching. What's the reason for that? Well, you're getting more mobility probably with the leg press because there's a weight force generating it versus just the static stretching. And it's really bringing you into a lot of knee flexion, hip flexion, and everything. So you're just getting mobility with resistance. So you're getting probably a much deeper stretch than you are than typically stretching. So that's probably why it feels better. Or your leg pain is coming from your back and you feel better when you're flexed versus extending. So I don't know without seeing you personally, but there's a couple rationales why it might be happening.
I wanted to show banded squats.
Okay, we'll get into some of the other exercises.
So can you show them what that band is? And I've had one on already.
There's many different bands. Some people call these booty bands. You can call them whatever you want. They're more of a, I don't know.
It's a loop, a small loop.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know what the material's made out of, nylon or something. Anyway.
No, it's like elastic,
Yeah, there you go. But the inside is usually a little grippy. We used to make these. I don't think we sell these ones anymore.
I think this is a latex.
This is a latex one. So these also work, but they're a lot less expensive and they break over time.
So this is how you'll do it. Get it around your knees, and then you simply do the squat like this. And boy, does it make the muscles on the side, the lateral hip muscle, go to town. It's a nice adjunct to your, you can get two birds with one stone. Get the regular muscles that you work with a squat, plus some more lateral hip muscles. I can feel them working already. And that's all there is to it. It's very simple. I think we go to the next one. Banded hip thrust, bridges. Oh, did we do that?
We did it, but we didn't show it with a band because I was going to do it later. So you can
use the purple one. It's easier to see.
Someone asked, you breathe in your nose and out your mouth normally to get your diaphragm going.
Make sure you don't keep your stomach tight when you're breathing in, because that's a natural thing to do because we want to look thin. Let it out. Let things relax. Get the air moving. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out.
So another way to make a bridge harder, like we showed earlier, is just to put a loop band around you. Then you have to work on your hip abductors and rotators. So I'm making sure the band is nice and tight. Again, engaging my glutes, my core, and I'm lifting up. And then you're going to do bridges this way. If this seems too easy, you can actually add some resistance. Some people at the gym will go on put a barbell here or a dumbbell. You can also elevate your shoulders to make it more challenging. So if you were doing it, I don't know if this is going to be tall enough, but
this would be more advanced.
Yeah, this would be more advanced. I know this is going to stay for me.
Oh, I've seen.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
So you go down and then you go up like this. This makes it a lot more advanced because you're getting more range of motion. You're getting beyond neutral. But if you have a lot of back pain, I would not do this because this is going to arch your back a lot. But some people also, you can do that, or you can do it with a weight. Some people use barbells, but
you can use that kettlebell.
A kettlebell, and you just make sure you put it in a comfortable area. And don't put it on my microphone pack right here because that'd be break stuff. And then you can just use this as resistance if you're stronger and want to do that. It's just a different way to do a hip thrust,
Okay, can I go next?
I guess.
All right, this is one I really like. You need a small loop band. There's another way to do it if you just have the regular one of these, so we'll show both. But if you have the loop band, get something to balance with and then walk sideways. So it's really functional and it gets your balance, your hips working well. And you see I'm squatting a little bit. Don't do it up tall with straight knees. Little bend in the knees, a little bit of that athletic stance, if you will. You go as far as you feel comfortable. Stop when these muscles here start to burn. Look at my toes. This is one where don't let your toes go out like this, even if that's natural for you. Try and keep them straight. You don't have to feel like you're really having problems if you're really this way like I am. This is comfortable for me. That works the adductors much better, and you'll feel it right in here. Ooh, and you can actually do this. Wow, that's really good. If you move the band down below your knees, you can. It gets much more difficult. It's just a matter of leverage. Whoa, that's a big difference. Or you can move it up here and it's easier. So I really, if you want something new and you haven't done that yet, these are relatively cheap and it works out very well. Oh.
Did you do the monster walk?
The what?
The monster walk.
Well, I don't remember what that one is.
You don't know what the monster walk is?
So this is another option. Similar thing. Is this the monster walk?
No.
Okay, Mike's going to show you the monster walk, but this is nice.
Well, this band is
more difficult, less difficult. There we go. We've got a small room here, so I'm going back and forth. But that's the way some people's, if you're doing them in your bathroom or something, you don't have much room to go back and forth.
A monster walk is you go forward and out.
Oh.
So you kind of go in, out, and you can do it reverse with a bent knee. We do a lot with people rehabbing that are athletes that have like torn meniscus or ACL after a while, not initially.
Now that's the way in Taekwondo, that would be a front stance walk because you'll do that same motion getting into a front stance, which we're not going to get into. That's another story.
But that's a monster walk, which is also it's more of like a warm-up thing.
The monster walk. It was a
balance.
graveyard smash. The monster walk.
That's the monster mash.
Yeah, I know it.
Almost the same thing.
All right, now we do have a really nice clip coming up.
What about the adductor machine at the gym?
Don't worry about that.
You can use it if you want. That's fine. We don't have an adductor machine here. They're very expensive.
What happened to, let's look at this.
What?
Well, I wanted to show what we're going to talk about next. If you have these bands and you want to work leg exercise that combines with balance really well, this next exercise that we're going to show using this connected to something in your house, maybe around a sturdy object like a pole like this where you clip it, or a leg on a piece of heavy furniture. We're going to show it with the wall anchor. We're going to go back. Bob and I show 4 really simple exercises using this with the ankle strap. So how we doing, Danny? Are you getting ready to show it?
We're ready.
Okay. Oh, yeah, here's an ankle strap right here. They all come with these bands. Almost always come with an ankle strap. It's just Velcro, very simple. Okay, I'm ready when you're. I'm getting confused here. The next one, we got to show you how.
Yeah, show one with the legs.
Yeah,
there.
so there's little Velcro straps that go around your ankle. I've got one on already here. We'll take the red band and we'll connect this here. That works out well. Around here and here.
And if you want the booyah stick for a little balance, or a
chair, cane, stick, or maybe you may not need one if you're really a good balance, well-balanced person. Now, here I'm going to work the adductor. So we're going to work the hip in 4 directions to be complete. This is a nice, the groin muscles. And this, I'm going to go over here to get it stronger. If that's too much, I'll get closer to the wall. Then I want to go 90 degrees. Hip flexion. Now, all the exercises you do with bands, it's important that you do meaningful movements. Don't just start flipping things around crazily. Just be very good movement that is controlled. And again, 10 to 15 reps.
Yeah, you're not getting much strengthening if you're just kicking it out there and going by momentum.
Yeah.
You need to build the muscle.
Now, with this exercise, all 4 of these actually, make sure that this doesn't happen, that your body doesn't go with the leg. It stays up, tall, good posture.
I like, again, how functional this one is. I mean, this one's really work on your balance. It's getting core. It's getting, the back.
Right.
And it's getting the abdomen.
Yep. Now, this one, we don't want to do this. It's up tall. And that's why it's nice to have something to hold on to. But, if you're a really good balance, and, you may go like this if you're advanced and you feel like you're really, if you're athletic. Then I do all 4. Yeah, then back to the beginning.
Sure.
So that takes care of the hip and standing, and it gets your balance. It's a nice balance. Same thing here.
Brad was showing TikTok what we're doing.
Yeah.
Since they couldn't see that.
Well, we want to make sure everyone's involved.
Someone wants to know what that stick is called.
This is called a Booyah stick. You can go to bobandbrad.com, buy it. It is extremely strong. We've tested it out in cold weather, warm weather, beat it against a tree. Literally, you cannot break it. The only way you're going to have a problem with it is if you burn it. Other than that, it will last you forever.
Susan wants to know if we sell the bands. We do sell the bands. There's 2 variations of them. The price difference is the ones have more resistance than the others. We also sell the wall anchors, which Brad was showing too, as a 4-pack. So
yeah,
we sell all that stuff.
If you're going to go with the wall anchor, I'd go to bobandbrad.com and buy them from us, because you get 4 anchors versus 3 on Amazon for about the same price. And we're working on giving you a deal.
We had a couple of questions about calf injuries and Achilles tendon injuries or ruptures. Obviously, make sure if you've had surgery, follow your recovery protocols, because your surgeon will have one, and you can only progress so fast. And you may have been in a walking boot for a while. So a lot of these depend upon if you had surgery or not. A good way to start is just calf strengthening, is just pushing your toes down away from you. If you are not supposed to be weight bearing yet, you can use a long loop band, or you can use a Can I have that?
Well, I was going to use it for my bonus coming up after this.
I'll show you that in a second. But if you just use some sort of resistance band, it could be a normal TheraBand from therapy as well, and just work on pushing down like this. This is a good beginner way to start working your calves. Once you can get to more weight-bearing activities, obviously holding on for support, going up with both legs would be the next progression. Just going up what you can height-wise. Making sure you're doing some form of calf stretching is going to be very beneficial as well. So my right leg, I'm stretching my calf right now. If you bend your knee, you're probably going to feel a little bit more in your Achilles, for the person mentioning that. But once you get out of here with that. Anyway, so once you can do calf raises with both legs, feel pretty good. Then you would go to both legs up, 1 leg down, and try to progress to there.
I showed that one already.
Eventually going to single. Well, this person was specifically asking, so I was answering.
That was very nice. That was very, very nice. I did want to talk about what the marathon runner or anybody who wants to do a leg strength with higher, not so much strengthening, but more aerobic activity with balance. If you have a large loop band like this, you need to anchor it up against something very solid. I'm going to use a wall anchor, but you can put anything into the wall that's very sturdy, and make sure it will not come off. And put it around here, and you just have resistance. And you can work this for glute strengthening, which is an exercise I do on a regular basis. I put my hands on my glute muscles and I feel them work as I go forward. And then I do left side 10 times, right side 10 times, and then both together. So my glutes are firing, not taking my hamstrings and overworking them. And then you can start doing this.
Someone wants to know if you can use I don't know if you can use a wall anchor around a tree, but you can use the bands around a tree if you want.
There you go.
I've actually done that while camping. It's kind of fun.
Now, get this little caveat. If you're doing this, I'm starting to get tired, turn sideways and run sideways a little bit. And it actually works those adductor muscles. And then we go this way. And the really neat thing you can do, and I think
you look like you're a ballerina.
I am I'm a ballerina. I took classes.
You want a tutu?
And no, actually I didn't, but maybe I could go backwards. And if you do this backwards walking, that's kind of consistent with Ben Patrick's exercises for the knees to work the quads.
Yeah.
Going
Walking
backwards.
in the street, on a treadmill, pulling weight backwards if you're stronger and younger.
Yeah. Just
We've
a creative way to get at
we've
things.
had a question on both of our shoes. So
Oh, yes.
mine are Ultras, ALTRA. These are my old running shoes. They're kind of beat up now. They are 0 drop, meaning the heel to the forefoot's the same height off the ground. They are wide toe box. All my running shoes have been Ultras for the past so many years. I pay for them all. I'm not sponsored by them, but they do have a 1-month policy on their website, so you can try them out for a month and then send them back. So as long as you don't, cut them up or wreck them, modify them too much. Brad's got some Merrells.
Yeah, these are Merrells.
They're really minimalist.
They're minimalist, so they're very thin soles. I don't recommend this to anybody starting this, but they have a wide toe box, which really helps me with my Morton's Neuroma, makes that much better. I do have a pair of these that I run with that actually are cushioned the same distance all the way across. But these, they're just like, there's nothing there. They're very light. If you use them, you walk on gravel road, you'll feel every little stone into your feet. So you have to toughen your feet up to them or just get cushioned ones, which that was my choice. I don't like running with these. I tried, but they're really comfortable. And I put the elastic,
more
shoestrings on, so they're extremely easy to get on.
Mine have more cushioning, so I like these. Ultra has a bunch of variations. These are the Escalante road racers. Their site's kind of nice because you tell them what you want them for, and then they'll recommend them for you, which ones to get. So if you're not sure, because they have so many models. So we're going to get into how to do some of these exercises we kind of showed with resistance, with dumbbells. Unfortunately, we only have, to quote SpongeBob, the Weenie Hut Junior dumbbells here, so they're only 3 pounds. But
we're assuming you understand some dumbbell use and how to adjust the weights you already have.
So if you have heavier dumbbells, you can certainly do these with them. So a way to progress your squats, if you are older and unstable, you can certainly do these in a chair. Do you want to show the chair version?
Sure.
You could do them just freestanding without a chair. You got this dumbbell?
Well, I was going to show, you show this because I really don't like kettlebells, but you do, and a lot of people do.
So a goblet squat is normally you hold it here roughly, so it engages your core a lot. Brad is just holding the dumbbells in each side. Do what works for you. You could do a goblet squat with a dumbbell as well. It's just a little bit different to hold. Mm-hmm. And then you just squat down, whatever you're comfortable with. If you feel unsteady, go to a chair. If you feel plenty comfortable, you can just do a normal squat like this. You can use a slant board if you have bad ankle mobility and you're younger and you feel good doing it.
How many people have a slant board laying around their house?
We have one laying around the studio. But anyway, just doing a goblet squat like this. This is actually from Ben Patrick, so he sent us this for free. He's nice.
If you go online and you Google slant board, you can find them. They're not real expensive. And
you just want to make sure they have some grip on them so you don't slide off.
Yeah, grip.
And you have to wear shoes on them.
And chair is really nice because when you get tired or you lose your balance, simply sit down, take a break, think about it. Maybe
people at the clinic do box squats with the weight or lighter kettlebell.
Box squats. I can't remember what those are. Use a box?
It's a box instead of a chair. It's the same thing.
Oh, that's, I get it. Yeah. I got it.
Oh. We have a box that's a little taller. I like the height of this. Lunges with a dumbbell or weight. So if you have a dumbbell, I would recommend holding them on both sides on both hands at your sides. There we go. I can't talk. If you have a kettlebell, only one, it's going to be a little odd. But like you can do, if I do them at home with one, I'll just kind of keep it on the opposite side. You get a little bit of balance with it like this. But you could do some lunges like this. You can do walking lunges as well. So if you had 2 weights, can I have those weights?
Yeah, use these. They're green.
If you had weights, you can just do some sort of walking lunges as well, whatever you're comfortable with. If you have a barbell, you can use it if you're comfortable with it, but you certainly do not have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes any of these exercises harder. Then we have step ups, which you can do with weight. So we showed step ups earlier. Danny, do you want to move TikTok? So a step up with a weight is the same concept. Obviously, you have to be strong enough to do this controlled without weight first before doing it with weight, but it makes it a lot harder. If you want to get even more challenging, you can certainly do a higher step,
Ooh.
and you can do a drive through.
Oh, that's
the knee.
big in your knee like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is more of an athletic move if you're more agile. And
Yeah.
you want to do it with some weight.
Yeah.
But you could do that with dumbbells or kettlebell, whatever you have as an option. What else do we have? Hold. Already did a lunge against the wall. Calf raises with the dumbbell. All this stuff is the same motions. You're just doing it with weight now, so it makes it a little more challenging. You can even do the wall sit with weight. Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Did I move that chair?
yeah. I want to address this thing from Barb. She's talking about negotiating.
Well, I want to show this
steps.
quick. Can
Okay, Barb, I'm going to get to your
Can you move
question
that
in a
chair?
second.
Can you move that chair?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. So if you do a wall sit with it, you would just hold it. This is super hard. This is 35 pounds. I can't hold that out there too long. Obviously, the closer to your body, the easier it'll be. This is pretty challenging, and I'm breathing hard.
Oh,
So just hold it close, and you can do those that way.
there you go.
But those are way more advanced. So master the body weight stuff first.
Should we? I want to address the question from Barb. She's talking about when she goes up steps, she feels her knees go out, is what I understand it, and it feels unstable. And that's good because it should feel unstable because it is unstable when you do that. So you want to try and keep your knees over the toe when you do that. And instead of this, you're going to actually, I'll show you over here, because if you got some steps with two handrails, it'll be the best way to address this. Go like this, and then we're just going to go up and down. And I know you may not be able to see this real well, but don't let your knee go out. Look down over your kneecap so it's lined up with your toes, and really think about keeping it in line. And this has to be done repetitively. Say, I wouldn't do more than 10 reps. If you get knee pain with this, you're going to need to stop. If it starts to hurt after 5 or 6 reps, take a break, do some more the next day. We don't want to irritate any knee if you have arthritis or anything in your knees. So take your time with this. You may want to do 5 with this leg, 5 with the other leg, really being aware of knee position. And it has to be repeated over time so that becomes muscle memory. When you walk up and down steps without thinking about it, they stay where they belong. So it's going to take some time and some commitment, but you'll get through it and it'll work out well.
Bets just was curious on reps. We talked about it really early in the video, so let's mention it again.
Yeah.
Typically up to 10 reps per side is good. Do 2 to 3 sets. If you're newer and need to start with less repetitions, that's perfectly fine. If you find them easy, you want to do more repetitions, you can. Typically, muscle building, though, normally need 30 repetitions roughly total to get some muscle strengthening development. Next is from Pam. So will these exercises count as resistance training? Yes, resistance training is anything that you are working harder at. Body weight, bands, weights count. Obviously, if you get adapted to something, say it's all body weight and everything becomes easy, you're not going to see as much progress. So that's when you start adding bands or weights in. But yeah, it's good for bone health and general health. So these all count.
I just wanted to add, Pam, all of these we're doing leg exercises. So these are going to help promote bone density from the hips down. Obviously, it's not going to do anything for your arms or back or up here. Well, maybe your back because you're with some of those, but mostly from the hips down, knees. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, push-ups, pull-ups, shoulder stuff would do upper body.
There you go.
Susan said, what do you think about jumping rope?
Oh,
what part of your body does it help? Well, it works everything. It works a lot of shoulders, works your balance, it works your calves a lot, works your cardio, your heart as well. So as long as you feel comfortable, it's fine. Just build up your time because you're going to do it one day and then you'll be sore the next day if you don't do it a bunch. So
yeah, I like jumping rope. It's something I don't do regularly because I'm not real good at it, but I should take the time to get good at it so I can jump in. You get to do little things where you're using your feet and go side to side and forward and backwards. A lot of different variations if you watch some jump roping channels. So yeah, I think it's great for cardio work because, boxers use it all the time because it's working balance, speed, get the heart rate up really good. So yeah, super.
Mary says, what's your opinion on weighted vests? Funny you mentioned that. We just put a video out on it last week. So you can go to our YouTube channel and learn all about it there.
Yeah, we've gone into good detail. We've had a lot of good responses from that. People were happy with our video for, we go look out now and then.
How many steps a day should a adult be taking daily for healthy blood flow? Step count is kind of dependent upon you as an individual. If you don't walk at all and then you walk 10,000 steps like they recommend, it's going to be a lot. So just gradually build it up. There's no like real hard evidence. 10,000 is kind of the typical number people say, but actually I saw an interview where they said that number was kind of made up out of thin air too. So
listen to your body.
Yeah, there's no like real rationale. Just getting moving in general is better, and as long as you're having fun with it, just do what you feel personally best at.
Yeah. Someone was asking about they're having some pain with some exercise. Was it
calf?
Yeah, calf pain.
Should I strengthen my calves if I have pain? I saw that.
Yeah. If you're having pain and it's not from fatigue, you haven't exercised it, you need to back off on your intensity or your volume. In other words, if you're walking a mile and it hurts right away, boy, you're not going to walk much that day. You need to do stretching and some very simple exercises. It's going to be hard for me to talk about progression.
Massaging can be good too.
Yeah.
If you have really sharp pain at one point and it's rather new and won't go away, make sure it's not a DVT, but maybe you already check that out. But
yeah, he's talking about a deep vein thrombosis or
Yeah.
a blood clot, but it could be that. But if you're familiar with your muscles, but the massage is good. Again, there's no reason why your calf should hurt right away when you're exercising, unless it's sore from the day before or previous exercise, and then build up slowly.
Exercises for osteopenia in my right hip, Ellen asks. Well, a lot of the hip ones we showed are fine as long as they don't hurt. The clamshells, the bridges. Ellen, you're watching on Facebook. You can rewind it on Facebook too, but we went over a lot of different hip exercises. You can also watch it on YouTube indefinitely. It'll stay on Facebook for 30 days, so just rewind it. The exercises are fine. You just have to let pain kind of be your guide. If you're having any issues with that.
Yeah.
But
so we're getting near the end of the program, so we're kind of wrapping things up. We're not going to get into a lot of detail. Did we get through all 20 exercises?
We did get through all 20 exercises because they get a bit repetitive after a while. So just take your time with them. Strengthening you do not do every day. You can do it every other day. Personally, I wouldn't just train my legs every other day. I'd train my full body, which I normally do. So yeah, it's important to look up some upper body exercises as well. And we have plenty of videos on that.
There you go. We will have a live video on just upper body exercise. So yeah, I'm thinking I got to get a drink of water. My mouth is dry, and we're very happy to have everyone be here today. I hope we answered some questions.
So Chelsea will be reaching out to whoever our winner is the best commenter for a free Bob and Brad gift. So they will be in contact with you. And just make sure we get your shipping address. So whoever that is, Chelsea, I don't know if you want to comment it now or just email them afterwards, but we'll be in contact with you.
Yeah. So again, next week, we will not have a live. There's another video in place. And 2 weeks from today, again, we'll be here. And what is it again? Swelling and
leg circulation, edema tips. So it's some exercises, some positioning tips. Are we talking about wrapping your legs?
Yes, we are going to talk about some compression options, wrapping, whether you use Ace, Comprolon, knee-high socks with the compression socks. There you go. We are continuing to help you out. I hope we're helping some people out. I don't know.
Hopefully it's helping, but I think we can fix just about anything
except for
a broken heart.
But maybe this will help.
Hey, that's not help. It's just helping your
arms out like this. A little compression.
I'm ending this stream before I get more abuse.
Let's end with a bang as well.
Okay, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.